Okay, boys and girls. Hello. It's Jeannie and Margo and Sputnik. Say hi, Sputnik. There him it. There him it. Say hi, Sputnik. I thought today's video would be perfect to introduce you to Margo, our Papillon. Because she's so precious. We show the cats a lot because they're just more able to come upstairs and socialize a bit more when I'm up here. Margo does not come up the stairs. We have wooden stairs, and she's little. She's like 8 pounds, and so she's just nervous coming up the stairs and then trying to go back down. Let me see, I'll turn her around so you can see her. There we go. Look how pretty you are. So today, I thought I would tell you about Margo and her story and how she came to us. Like I said, she is a Papillon. And Papillon in French means butterfly. And when she's excited or paying attention, her ears open up. Of course, she won't do it. Anyway, they open up like a butterfly. Margo, pss, 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 pss. Come on, showing. See, you can kind of see. Now, some Papillons, like the high-end show Papillons, their ears go, the hair goes all the way down. We don't do that with her because she's not a show dog. So let me tell you about her. Margo is, we think, about 11 or 12 years old. She's like a little nervous, and Sputnik thought since Margo was up here that he should jump up, and Margo and Sputnik get along really well. Margo used to be in the show capacity for a dog, but as is usual with a dog like this breed, her teeth started getting wonky. Very common with small dogs. And that boots them out of the competitions. The first thing they do is look in their mouths. So, anyway, oops, Margo, it's okay. It's okay. So, her owner, and I don't know who it was, told the trainer to just get rid of her. Find a home for her. And so she gave her to somebody, and who gave her to somebody else, and she was getting a little bounced around in foster care. And I got a call from an old friend of mine, and she said, Jeannie, didn't Jennifer's dog, our oldest daughter, didn't her dog just pass away? And isn't she looking for a new dog? Would she be interested in Margo? So I called Jennifer, and Jennifer said yes. Jennifer and her husband. And so they met up. They drove like 3 hours to go pick her up. Well, it started off as a good thing because all my kids love animals. But with teenage boys coming through the house, my grandson Ashton, all the noise, basketballs, just all the chaos, it made her terribly nervous. And we would come over, and she would look at us like begging, because we're older, quieter, she'd look at my husband and I like, please. She had stopped eating. That was another thing. She had stopped eating. She was just protesting and she started hiding just because she didn't like the noise and the chaos of the house. Now, she's an extremely picky eater, and she's really funny about eating. She doesn't want to be watched. If she sees you watching her, she'll stop and she'll walk away. So what we do is we put her food in a bowl and set it outside the door, and she'll look, make sure nobody's watching, and then she'll eat. So that's what we do. Now, as she's gotten older, we've become much more thoughtful about what we're feeding her. I mean, we really would like her to last forever. But as you know, anybody who has loved an animal, you know they don't, unless it's like a turtle or some of those birds. So what we are trying is Spot and Tango's unkibble. Unkibble. Let me show this to you. It's really cool. And look, it says, your dog should live forever. I love that. Spot and Tango's unkibble is cooked at very low temperatures, which preserves 99% of the flavor, the aroma, and the nutrients. And what I love is every single ingredient is right here on the front. So this is turkey, sweet potatoes, brown rice, flax, cranberries, apples, spinach, ginger, kelp, and nothing artificial. It's made with whole, fresh, human-grade ingredients and contains nothing artificial. Another cool thing is it comes with a custom scoop just for her size. I'll show you. This is Margo's scoop, and she needs one of these scoops twice a day. They know her name, her breed, her weight, her activity level, and they have let me know how much to feed her. What are you looking at? If you'd like to try it for your own pup, I cannot recommend Spot and Tango enough. Their unkibble is something she just loves, and she's not being weird and watching us as much when she eats. She's just eating for the love of the food. Use the link and use my code JeannieB60 for a great discount. And if your pup doesn't like it, you can get your money back. Absolutely guaranteed. So there's no risk. So thank you to Spot and Tango for providing Margo her delicious, healthy, and economical food.
You eat all your food. Look at that. You cleaned it. You cleaned the bowl, Miss Margo. Good job.
Now, Margo goes to the groomer every 6 weeks because this kind of dog, you need to, yes, I know, you need to keep up their coat. She doesn't like it very much. She doesn't like being brushed, and so we do it more often so she doesn't get snarls. And especially with this tail. Look at this tail. And yes, she sheds. So, learning how to keep her coat healthy, how to keep her healthy. Like I said, when we got her from our daughter, whose house was just too noisy, she had dropped a lot of weight. She was just nervous and sad and depressed and scared. And so coming with us was actually a really a good move on all our parts. Our house is quiet. We're two old folks who are very predictable. We're not loud. Sometimes when we brush her, she'll yelp just out of nerves. So I think, and I don't know, when she was in the whole show business thing, I think she was not abused, but manhandled a little bit, treated roughly, because she just has so much fear around a hairbrush and getting brushed. So we just do it gently, a little bit at a time. So and then her ears, we have to brush these, the butterfly ears, see? Now, you know who loves getting brushed? Sputnik. Oh, he loves it. Yes, he loves it. I could brush him all day. But not Margo. We do it maybe once a day, every other day, just to keep her coat from getting tangled. Now, when you have a dog like this, with this long show type hair, fur, you really do need to check with a groomer on the best way that they should be cut. I didn't know that you shouldn't shave a dog like this. And I remember the first summer we had her, I took her to a groomer and I said, it's just so hot, why don't you just shave her? Take all that fur off. They didn't have any qualms about doing that, and they did. And she's really tiny under all this fur. So one of our daughters-in-law is a professional dog groomer, stylist even. And she said, no, you don't do that. You could actually ruin their undercoat. I guess they've got like a double coat, and so you don't want to do that. And she said, never do that again. It has to be cut just right for her type. So let me see if I can show you. Come on, stand up. Her cut. Here we go. See, she's kind of nervous. So she's got her long tail. Got fur. And then she has this, it's a little long here. Now, in a show dog, that could be even longer. Sometimes they go to the floor. They look like little mops. Hey, get your head out of the way. And her legs are kind of cut short, and her hygiene area is cut short because it's easier to keep her clean with that area nice and trimmed. And so, yeah, about every 6 or 7 weeks she goes in. Yes, and they love her. This place that grooms her said they didn't have any openings to take any new dogs. And I said, oh, darn, she's a Papillon, and I need to get her in somewhere. And they said, oh, a Papillon? Bring her in, we'll make room. And so she got onto their schedule, and they just love her. So when we got her, her teeth were in just terrible, terrible shape. And so we had to take her to the vet. Okay, lay down. Come on. Lay down, Margo. Here we go. There we go. We had to take her to the vet and put her under, and they took out tons of her teeth. I mean, they probably removed all but, let me see, can I see under? Like all but 6 teeth, Her breath was terrible. She had no oral care at all. So, anyway, that is why I love this dog food as well. We add a little bit of warm water, but let me show you something. I don't know if you can see this, but it's very easy to, I'm going to crush it, watch. See, it's kind of, oops. It's soft. It's not a hard kibble. She can't eat a kibble. So the fact that it's called unkibble is kind of coincidental, because this she can chew because it's a soft food. And her vet approves, which is important too. She doesn't have a very active lifestyle. She would prefer to just sit on the couch all day. We take her on golf cart trips. She loves getting out and cruising around the neighborhood in a golf cart with us. Our sitters love taking her out as well. They take her and, take her out on the golf cart, take her to the club, and have lunch with her out on the patio. She is so good. She would never run away or bolt. I don't want to say never because obviously you never say never, but she's like a Velcro dog. She sticks right close to you. And so when we travel, she's an easy traveler, whether we travel by car. And when we go up to see the kids in Arkansas, she just sits in the back seat. We have a raised foam thing that she sits in, and she has a harness. So if we were to slam on the brakes, she wouldn't be a projectile. Okay. Come here. They say animals and kids. Okay. Sputnik's gone. We even travel with her in an airplane because we have a soft-sided carry-on that she can go in, and she fits under the seat in front of her very easily. You'd never even know she's there. She is just the chillest dog to travel with. Yeah, she's a good girl. I can walk through the airport even without her lead on, and she stays right at my ankles looking up at me. Now, I put it on just for safety, or if I have to quickly grab her for something, if there was another dog or something. But she is just that good. She is the reason why we have a pet sitter. Well, the cats too, but here, let's turn around like that. There we go. Because she's got to go out and go potty, 3 or 4 times a day, and I just don't want to put her in boarding. I don't want her in a kennel with strangers. She's already been through a lot. I don't know what she's been through in her life, but we want her to stay in our home, feeling loved and cared for, the same routine. The cats can take it or leave it. They're easy, if we take her with us, then we just have somebody come by, feed the cats, spend some time with them, change the litter box, but they don't need as much care as she does. She doesn't have a litter box like the cats do. So that's why we get a house sitter, pet sitter, and they just adore her. Right, Margo? Right, Margo? You think so, purty? So, yeah, it's, we had 2 dogs prior to Margo, also rescues, because I don't want to go paying for some highfalutin dog. There are so many dogs that need homes. But we had a schnauzer, and he was a pureblood schnauzer, purebred, I should say. And his name was Max. Max was an amazing dog, and we got him from somebody who couldn't keep him. And we decided that, Max needs a friend. He needs a sister or a brother. Well, Max's next vet appointment, our vet said, hey, somebody dropped off this half schnauzer, half poodle female. Would you like her? So I think she's called a schnoodle. So yes, we took her. So her name was Madeline. So we had Max and Madeline. And Max lived to about 15, and then he just got so sick. All his organs started shutting down. But Max was such a fine man. Oh, he was my man when Zane was out of town, on a trip. He was just the man of the house, and he'd go and look around out the windows, and if there was a spider, and I went, Max, get the spider, he would. And because I'm deathly afraid of spiders. Madeline, she was more of an airhead. I don't know how to put it, but she was just like in La La Land. And she didn't have the highest of IQs for a dog, but that's okay. That's not why we got her. We got her for Max, and they were such a wonderful pair. They loved each other, slept with each other, took care of each other, and of course we had to keep them groomed. And so they were good. So after we lost Madeline, we had to put Madeline down. She was about 19 or 20. Yeah, she was 20. We said, no more dogs. That's like code for, hey, universe, bring me another dog. Never say, no more dogs, no more pets, because they find you. So, and I'm glad. Margo was a great rescue. She was in a very sad state when our daughter got her, and it was just too noisy with teenage kids coming through the house, boys, for a dog like this, a little nervous type of dog. She's not nervous at our house, which is, she's totally chill. And another great thing about Margo is she's not a barker. Now, if somebody knocks on the door or rings the doorbell, she'll give a yip. She'll give a couple of yaps, but that's it. She doesn't go crazy with barking, which we love. Another thing about Margo is she doesn't prefer kids. She's a little dog, and I think she knows that she can easily be hurt, stepped on, roughed up. So she looks at kids kind of like, and when I take her, sometimes I take her grocery shopping, I put her in the thing, and, I have a little carrier, and I just put her in it, and, she runs around with me, and when kids see her, they want to pet her. And I let them, if they're very gentle, I talk about being very gentle. But Margo is like, but she's good. She would never bite. She wouldn't bite. She doesn't even have many teeth, but she wouldn't bite. She loves old people. When my mom was here at the assisted living place nearby, I used to take Margo in. She loved it. She loved going from old person to old person, whether they were in wheelchairs or chairs or sitting on a sofa. She loved it. She was in her best form. Her tail was up, and she was just so happy. And they were, of course, super gentle with her. She cleans her face like a cat. She sleeps in a kennel every night in our room. So we have our bed There's a nightstand on either side of our bed, and then on my side, there's a kennel that's her safe place. At night, she just goes and gets right in it, and that is her her little safe place. And so now when our house sitter is here, I think she sleeps with her, so that's okay. These dogs live to anywhere between 15 and 20, maybe beyond, depending on their health. I do notice that her hearing is getting a little weaker, as is her eyesight. I can kind of see a little bit of white cataract type film on her eyes. And next time she goes to the vet, I'm going to have her checked for that. But that comes with aging. So if we think she's about 12, she's a senior citizen. But not much scares her besides loud noises and children. She's just very, very chill. And she's a beautiful dog. She's just, everybody who sees her just says, wow, she's gorgeous. And she is. She is a very beautiful dog. Max was interesting in that he loved being in our pool. Now, he couldn't swim because he's a hefty, he was like a brick, right? He was a miniature schnauzer, but a Texas-sized miniature schnauzer. So we would put him on a floaty, and he would just float around, and he just loved that. Not Madeline. She did not like that. And, of course, she doesn't go anywhere near the pool. She is not the kind of dog that would want to be getting wet like that. When we take her to the groomers, she gives me that look, Mom, don't leave me. But she's treated so well there, and it's necessary, so it is what it is, But she's happy to see us when we come back, and yeah, she's a good girl. You see that butterfly shape to her ears? So Papillon. Now, prior to 6, 8, 10 months ago, her hearing was super astute. And there were times that I didn't hear our doorbell. It was malfunctioning, but she knew somebody was near on our porch or something, and her ears, she would do all the alerting, and I'd see her looking, not barking, but alerting. And so I knew somebody was there. And so it was kind of nice having her around to hear things that I couldn't hear. Interestingly enough, too, is storms don't bother her. Lightning, thunder, that kind of thing doesn't bother her at all. So, yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. Now, she is very well potty trained, but there are times when we leave, I could take her out, go potty, even if it's an hour or two, sometimes she will do a revenge pee, that's what I call it, in the dining room under the window. So I keep a potty pad there, and she will go there. It's not often, but once in a while. It's just kind of I will have taken her out. She will have done her business. There's nothing in her. But when we came back, there was a little spot saying, you left me. So if we're gone a short time, we put her in her kennel. And if we're gone a longer period of time, we'll either take her with us or arrange for a sitter or a neighbor to come and let her out, which many neighbors have come and done. And she will just go out front, pop a squat, and come right back in the house. She's so easy. Yes. Sputnik is now laying over by the window, and I am going to go make myself some lunch, and Margo has already eaten for the day. Thank you to Spot and Tango. I mean, I was so happy finding them, and now I can give you guys a great discount. That was one of our biggest challenges with her, was finding a food that she would like. And you know, we went through a lot. We went through so many. So little Miss Picky is now happy. So check on the link. If you have a dog, give it a try. Like I said, it's guaranteed money back. It's no risk. It's good for them. It's healthy for them, and she loves it. So, miracle of miracles. Okay, well, we're gonna go. Say bye, Margo. Say goodbye, Margo. Say bye, Margo. Okay, I hope you enjoyed meeting Miss Margo. And yeah, she's not upstairs here very often, so I had to bring her up here. Thank you all, and I will sign off for now and see you in the next video. Goodbye for now. I am really going to need